Did you stumble into the Grand Mausoleum and now have found yourself in the Gauntlet of Shar? The next thing you know, you are greeted with puzzles and you might find yourself lost or confused.
As much as I love puzzles, I think I'm gonna pass.
No worries, because I am here to quickly show you how I passed every puzzle and how to get all the Umbral gems you need. Let's get into it. The first puzzle you will most likely come to is a statue with an Umbral gem in front of it and this purple ring. If you step towards the ring, it will propel you back. The key to this puzzle is to enter all of these side areas. Inside these side areas, there will be traps, but also a lever that will bring down all of the lanterns hanging from the ceiling. Extinguish all of those lanterns and you should see both purple rings on the ground with spaces cut from them. All you have to do is maneuver your way through the ring cutouts until you can grab the gem. One of the other trials is the soft step trial that will activate after you or Shadowheart does the offering. I've read that you can complete this trial before the offering and still get the gem, so use that information as you will. The main thing here is sneaking and not being seen. I found this harder than expected, so how I did it was to take a character with Misty Step and take the path on the left. Beware of traps here as well. I hid in the corners and waited for the shadows to pass until I could reach this window where I had enough space to Misty Step through. The lever actually just opened a pathway, so I just ran up the stairs behind me and eventually you too will reach a gate. You can lockpick the gate, or you can probably do a sort of Misty Step inside as well, and inside is the Umbral gem you need and all of the shadows in the rest of the maze will go away. The same self-trial is an interesting one, mostly in the fact that you have to fight yourself and the AI uses your characters better than you do mostly. Your characters should roll a perception check and hopefully realize there is going to be an ambush so you can get the upper hand that way. This trial is pretty much just a straightforward fight, but with yourself. The only thing to note here is that each character is really only supposed to attack their clone, or they will receive Cheater's Folly, which will reduce all ability scores. You can get rid of this debuff by taking a long rest. Just make sure you are out of the danger red zone. The Faith Leap trial is also quite simple to complete. Make sure you do the offering first so that the Umbral gem will be available. In my footage you will see that I literally just walked along this path and got the gem. I thought I was missing something, but not really. It seems if you have some sort of dark vision, you can see where the path is to walk on. Alternatively, the pattern of the path is in front of the offering. You can also use things like Dimension Door, Fly, Daylight, and a number of other things to complete this trial. Finally, the Silent Library is literally one of my favorite things in this whole game because of the use of the silence spell, but I digress. You won't get a gem here, but you will get a spear that Shadowheart will want to collect. If you go inside the library, you will notice enemies, and if they see you, they will attack you. The silence spell will prevent you from casting any spells, which can make this fight a lot harder. Instead, I tackled this by standing outside the silent zone on the stairs, and I noticed that the librarian, or the orb in the ground, was the source of the silence spell. I aimed all of my attacks from outside the zone at the librarian, and once it died, so did the silence. Then it became a pretty straightforward combat. Be wary of pushing buttons in this room as well, as I experienced many traps when I did. After the fight is over, loot the room and find the book that has the words "The Night Singer" in it. Go to the gate at the back of the room and either lockpick it or Misty Step through to make it to the podium inside the room. Place the Night Singer book onto the tomb slot and a door should open in the back of the room. Any other books will cause the traps to go off. Go through the door and collect your items. The very last step once you have all the gems is what to even do with them. You can go back out the silent library, and to the right there is an elevator that will take you where you need to go. Return to this ancient altar, and if you haven't yet, put one of the Umbral gems into the altar. This will activate a large elevator to come to you, and you can descend down with it using the right button on the disc. Once you make it to your destination, you will see another ancient altar and a magically locked door. Place your other 3 gems into the ancient altar, and the door should magically open. And now you are ready to progress with the Night Song quest. I hope these tips were helpful in some way, and good luck with your adventures.